So our focus today is the elaboration or discussion on the chain rule. Okay? So how is the chain rule? It says in here, if we have h of x or if we have a function h of x is defined by g of f of x, actually this is a compositional function. Now its derivative will be the h prime of x is the same as the derivative of g of f of x is the same as the product of the outer function, which is the derivative of the outer function g prime of x multiplied with the inner function that is the same as f of x. And of course, again, multiply its derivative, okay? The derivative of its inner function, that is f prime of x, okay? So, again, now we have to consider that we have what will now be outer function, g. Our outer function is the g, okay? So, outer function. And another one, f of x is considered to be the inner function. Okay? So, that one. So, how are we going to elaborate this one or to further understand or follow its way of having the derivative? Now, let's try to consider one example, or let's try to consider an example. So, we have in here that is the same as the quantity or f or y, okay? Y is equal to the quantity 2x minus 5 raised to 3, okay? Definitely, when we are going to get the derivative of this one, applying the chain rule, now we have to look into the what we will now the outer and the inner function. Where is the outer function? The outer function is actually identified by our exponent. So this one. So that is our outer function. Okay? And the inner function, so outer function. Okay? The inner function is we have in here. Okay? So the inner is 2x minus 5. So inner function. Okay? So that is the inner function. And of course, after identifying them, now we can elaborate now the equation or the derivative, okay? Or the chain rule. So for our derivative, y prime is what is our outer function. Now we are going to get its derivative. So that is the same as 3. Okay? That is the same as 3. Okay? 3 multiplied by the quantity that is the same as 2x minus 5, okay, raised to that is the same as 2 multiplied by the derivative of the inner function, okay, multiplied by the derivative of the inner function. As you notice, this is the inner function. It is not modified, okay? It is not modified. So what is the derivative of the inner function? That is, the derivative of 2x is the same as 2. Okay? What is the derivative of the constant negative 5? That is the same as 0. So that is the problem. Okay? Now, what would be now the final answer? So for the final answer, we have now y prime is the same as, you can multiply 2 multiplied by this one. So it will give you 6. And of course, that is the same as 2x minus 5. So that would be the derivative. Now, of course, if this is the derivative, you can still expand this one. Okay? So we can still expand this one. So having said that one, so y is equal to expanded So 6 multiplied by, okay, what is the first term of our trinomial? That is the same as 2x raised to 2. We have the same as 4x raised to 2. What is the middle term? Constant 2 multiplied by 2, that is the same as 4 multiplied by 5, that is the same as negative 20. Okay? Negative 20x. And what is our last term? That is positive 25. Raise this one to the second power, positive 25. And so for our final answer now is y prime. How I combine or multiply? So that is the same as 24x raised to 2. Multiply this one. That is the same as negative 120x. And what about this one? That is the same as plus 150. So that is our chain rule. Okay? That is our chain rule. Okay, next. Next, what about this one? Okay? So we say we have in here number 2. So for our number 2, we have here y. Okay? Y is equal to, shall we say, the quantity x raised to 2 plus 9x, okay, plus 9x, then plus 10 or minus 10. Shall we say minus 10. And notice that we have here raised to 3 or 4. So again, how are we going to do its derivative, or how are we going to get its derivative? You can have that one, y prime, okay, our function, or g of x, that is the same as 4. Okay? 4 multiplied by what? The inner function, that is the same as x raised to 2 plus 9x minus 10. Definitely, this is raised to 3. Now, what would be its derivative? Derivative of the inner function. That is the same as multiplied by derivative of this one. That is the same as 2x. Okay? What about the derivative of 9x? That is plus 9. Derivative of this one, that is 0. Okay? So we have now in here. Now, having said that one, we can have now the final answer. Okay, let's try to have the final answer. Or, yeah, that could be final answer. We can multiply this one here. Okay, so that is the same as 4 multiplied by 2x. We have 8x. Okay, this one multiplied, that is the same as multiplied by 36. And what about this one? That is the same as x raised to 2 plus 9x minus 10. Now, if you want to expand this one and then multiply it again, you can still do that one. So, meaning to say, when you get the derivative, the expansion or even, we can have this one as our final result. So that is how to do the chain rule. What is important is this part, okay? This part. So this is actually the g prime of x. This is the f of x. This is actually the f prime of x. F prime of x. Definitely the g prime of x will include this one. So 4 will include that one. Okay? So the same as in here. What is our g prime of x? So we have in here. What is our f of x? From the equation that we have this one. And of course, f prime of x we have in here. Okay? So that is the most important thing in the chain rule.